So in this video, I'm going to explain how to do stacking. I call it stacking. Where you have a box and then you put another box on top. So it could be like a little box. And if you want to think of it in terms of like a building, you can think of it as, maybe there's of course a very generic building, but building with maybe like the little elevator shaft or, something on top of it. Just something sitting on top. So I just drew a box, I did my corner, drew it to the vanishing points. And now here's my middle corner, and so I drew the right side to the left, and then again, middle corner, the left side to the right vanishing point. And I actually didn't do the inside part because I'm not going to need it for this one. Okay, so I just kind of drew what was visible, would be visible. I didn't do the little dash lines. And of course, you can see my example from tracking that I did in a previous video. Okay, so here's the box. This is the top side, okay, or the top plane, however you want to think of it. It's the, the top. So what I need to do is I need to basically just draw another box somewhere in that space. So, like usual, what you do is you're just going to put a corner, like we'll start with a corner. So I'm going to put it like right there. I'll go up to like right there. Okay. And I'll probably bring this up a little bit. There you go. Okay. There's a corner of my new little box, and then what I need to do is just like I would do to draw any of these, I need to connect it to both sides. So it's being connected to the vanishing point on the right. You can see the top and bottom of it. And then the top and bottom go to the left side. And you can tell I'm not drawing it all the way back. I'm just I lined up my ruler with the vanishing point and then just do the line a certain distance. Okay. So now I got to think, how far do I want this going? Do I want it to hang off the back? Do I want it to stop short? Do I want it to go right to the edge? So I'm going to do on this side is I'm going to have it go right up to the edge of the box that's below it. So there, that's going to the vanishing point. Right there where you can see that it intersects the, like sort of like the upper left side of this top plane. Right there where it intersects, if I want it to end there, so that way it kind of ends up being even with the box below. It's not hanging off the edge, it's not short, it's just right up against the edge. I draw my line up right there, okay? Because that means that the back corner is on that same line and goes there, okay? So let's say with this one, I'm gonna actually have it hang off the back. So if I wanted it to hang off the back, then that's where I connect it, okay? If I didn't want it to hang off the back, if I wanted it to be, say like right there and drew this up, I'll just kind of freehand it relate. So then what ends up happening is, there would be some space behind it before you get to the edge of the bottom box, okay? So I'm just because I feel like it, I'm gonna have it go where it's sort of hanging off the back. So again, there's the corner, I closed up the left side, this is where I'm gonna close up the right side. Okay, and so you can tell right there, and I'll actually erase a few of these things. So when you guys do yours, you don't have to erase that, and again, I prefer you not, because that way I can see what you did in the early stages of the drawing. But I'm just doing this so you can see it on the video. So again, see how it looks like it's hanging off the edge, but right there, it's right there and even. Okay, so this needs to connect to the left vanishing point. This needs to connect to the right vanishing point. And if I had to draw the inside, again, the part I wouldn't be able to see, then I would connect these two. But for what I'm doing on this one, I don't need to. I'm just gonna connect the top ones. So again, see that where it ends on the right, it's lined up with a vanishing point on the left. Drew my line out a certain distance. Where the left side of it ends, it's gonna connect to the vanishing point on the right. I only need to draw it right to there. So again, that's that corner, okay? So again, quickly, I'll just kind of outline everything that's visible with, my Sharpie. Like I'm drawing my lines a little crooked, but that's okay. It'll work. Okay, and actually let's do these because they're shorter first. And again, I'm only going to outline what would be visible. And I went past that on accident. Try not to do that. And there's this one here. Let's see. Last two, I think. I'll go back and make sure. Okay, and there's a little spot I missed. There we go. Okay, so again, try not to draw past where you're supposed to with the marker, or the Sharpie or the pen. And again, try to get your lines as vertical, your vertical lines as vertical as possible at 90 degrees. So this one's probably a little crooked on me, but it's okay. But again, see how it looks like there's another little box stacked on top of a bigger one.